Where were you born? Where did you grow up? And what age did you start acting?
I was born in Nottingham, and because of the Nottingham rep at that time, which had Brian Blessed walking on, I thought I wouldn't stand a chance of getting into acting, but I took a grade 8. I got one of the highest marks. That was not on a performing level, and then the professor who took me on said, "You want to audition for Guildhall?" And I thought, yeah, and I got a scholarship, so I was very lucky. So I was nearly 20. I was 24 when I went to drama school.
What was your best and most challenging roles? Or what has been your best or most challenging roles?
I don't know. You don't think of it like that, because every role is challenging. I suppose Nicholas Alexandra, when I played the Tsar of Russia, I based it eventually on King Hussein of Jordan, because Nicholas was a weak man, although he's a saint in the Greek Orthodox Church. To most other people, he's a ruthless killer. But it depends on the script. I mean, if the script is bad, you've got to do that much more work to get over it. It's why Colin Baker, I think, is so good as Doctor Who, but the general public wouldn't know that, because the dialogue he had to do, some of it was diabolical, and it takes a good actor to play bad dialogue. If you've got good dialogue, anybody can get around it somehow.
I watched, what was it? Which one was it? Vengeance on Pharos. I think that's the only actual Colin Baker one I saw, and I did really enjoy it. I thought his Doctor was really good. It was dark, and I think that's what Doctor Who needs. Yeah. The darkness, and that's what I liked about his Doctor in that episode.
Yeah.
And I was disappointed that they didn't ask him or McCoy, Davison to return for the 50th, properly.
But I mean, don't forget, we've praised it in Big Finish.
Yeah, there's Big Finish.
Big Finish productions where, I mean, that one, I forget what it's called now. One or two people said they found the end so moving when Colin Baker's character dies. I shouldn't really be telling you this, it hasn't come out yet. I'm doing another Big Finish. No, it doesn't matter. I'm doing another Big Finish in about a week's time with McGann.
Paul McGann.
Which will be marvellous.
Met Paul McGann in October as well, yeah.
Yeah, nice guy. Good actor.
Are there any particular actors, writers or directors you have enjoyed working with in your career?
Oh, yeah. Laurence Olivier was fantastic, a fantastic director. Alan Strachan, with whom I did Private Lives with Mariah Aiken, he was brilliant. He's just written a book about Vivian Leigh called The Dark Star, and it's a fantastic book. He's one of those people who can do the Times crossword in about 10 minutes. Wow. He got a first in Edinburgh or something, and then 4 years later he decided he was a bit stupid, so he did another first in something or other. But he's a modest man. Joan Croft. I played Rochester in Jane Eyre with Soraka Cusack. She was marvellous. Did you say writers?
Yeah, directors, writers, producers.
Oh, Harold Pinter.
Anyone in the...
Harold Pinter, I was directed by him, and he was a damn good director. And I played a lot of cricket with him as well, which was beside the point. And Tom Stoppard was the wicket-keeper, I remember. Tom Stoppard... No, I've never worked with Tom Stoppard, but I stayed in a house in Bristol when he was working for the Western Daily Press. And me and Patrick Stewart and Gordon Granger were living in this house with Tom Stoppard. And we had a meal one night, and he showed us this booklet. And he said, I've written this sort of little playlet. And we thought, well, yeah, it's very, very clever, but it'll never get anywhere. I then met him at Stratford when he was doing the things for the programme, so he had to interview me. And I said, are things going all right? He said, you know that play? I elongated it. It was Rosencrantz and Guildenstern. And but he said, but I've written a book. And when the book was a total failure, and the play, and we'd read it, this little And so I was there.
How do you feel your career has progressed over the years? And where would you like to go with it in the future?
Oh, I don't know. It's the same as I've had my ups and downs. I haven't been as lucky as I thought I might be. But I mean, I've had hiatuses like 3 or 4 years with hardly anything apart from talking books. And I've done all the P.D. James and I've done all the John le Carré books. But and I'm luckier than most actors. As you know, probably 70% of them earn less than about 10,000 a year. I've been very lucky, and I've worked with some marvellous people.
Finally, do you have any advice for either myself or anyone else that wants to go into acting or directing or anything?
You've got to be absolutely, if you want to go into acting, you've got to have an absolute obsession about it, and hopefully the talent. I mean, I've met 1 or 2 people who want to be actors and they haven't got any talent, which is unfortunate because they think they can make it. You've got to work hard, you've got to watch people and see how they do it, you've got to read. I don't mean particularly Stanislavski. Boleslavsky is a better book to read because it's shorter. And just work damned hard and it's got to be an absolute compulsion that you've got to do it and stick at it.
Yeah. Thank you very much for today.
Thank you.